how do you view your future with the Warriors heading into this offseason that feels obviously pretty unknown?
Do you think about how you want to be thought of and remembered?
Well, I would love to be remembered as a winner.
I don't know if I was born for it, but I definitely worked my butt off to get to this point. I mean, I guess you could say I was born for it. I don't know. I guess everything happens for a reason, but
I think for Klay, it's his competitiveness. You only really know if you know. You know, it's not in your face. It's not this. I think Klay may be more competitive than me. And, you know, I get this, you know, I have this reputation for being this crazy, extreme competitor, but I think Klay is more competitive than me.
Yeah.
And so if there's one thing that I had to point out about him, it's just his competitiveness. Like if you go down there in the locker room on any given day when he's rehabbing, he's down there talking crazy about this, about that, this is bothering him, that's bothering him. And it's all just fueling from the game of basketball, like from getting out there and competing.
Yeah.
And so I think that is one of the most important things to Klay. I also think it's one of the most undervalued / misunderstood thing about Klay.
Yeah.
Klay, how's that ankle feeling?
that don't even matter at this point. Can't really feel it, but that's okay. I got all summer to get back, and I was not missing the NBA Finals for nothing. We worked too hard to get to this point, and I was gonna, even if I had a broken leg, I was gonna play. Probably not. I would have tried to play.
If you look at the players in the NBA today, who is the closest, or who would you say has a Kobe instinct about them?
There's several of them, I think, out there right now that approach the game, extremely, extremely seriously. And I get a kick out of watching Golden State play because, they seem very unassuming. Klay and Steph seem very calm and nice guys, and those guys are stone cold killers, man. They don't care about what you think of them. They don't care about if they make a game-winning shot or miss it. They're out there to do their job, and they have a very strong sense of killer instinct.
When he was in college, I used to talk to his father quite a bit about him, and he would come to me and ask me some questions, advice and things like that, direction, things like that. If I would talk to him, he's come down to a couple of Laker games when he was in college, and I, spoke to him after the game, and and it feels great to watch how he's developed. He had a little bump in the road there in college, and I just told him, listen, man, we all make mistakes, man. You can't worry about that stuff. Just keep your focus on basketball, and everything else will work itself out. Just make sure that's always your clear focus. And I remember playing him in the preseason out in China, and I went to go for a workout. It was like 11 o'clock at night. I went in the weight room in the hotel to lift weights, and he was in there by himself lifting weights. And so when I see stuff like that, then that's when I know, he's really takes the game seriously.
Klay is my dog. I look at kind of my career, it's kind of hard to separate the things that have happened on the court and not put Klay in there. Our chemistry has taken us to all type of crazy heights that I don't know if we ever expected.
His love and passion for the game of basketball is far beyond what a lot of people have.
He's a Hall of Famer for sure.
For most people, that's three-point shooting. For us, that's a competitive edge that no one else on this team has. And I know I get a lot of the credit for that side of things and just bringing the intensity, but like I tell y'all all the time, one of the toughest guys and most competitive guys I've ever played with, and probably the toughest and most competitive player I've ever played with, and it showed up tonight. You knew right away he was coming out fire.
Klay is the top 5 funniest teammate that I've ever had, first of all.
I appreciate that.
You got to know that he gets the jokes, but his jokes are like so underlined that you got to know Klay to know.
Well, just to put this out there, my favorite by far is Klay. I mean, our short time together, in the summers, like, for him to be as dull as he is, it's never a dull moment. So,
Klay's my guy. We always tell Klay we have a motto, never change. Anytime Klay does something crazy, we say never change. We all want to be Klay in the next life, where it's just cool, chill life, no worries, and you can just shoot from anywhere. But the story is, we had a team bonding moment. Give your worst time of yourself on the court, give the best time of yourself on the court. He said his favorite moment he's ever had, this is his favorite moment ever, is when I passed him the ball, he pulled up from 50 feet, and before he lets it go, when Klay's about to shoot, I say, Klay, what the hell you doing? And he's like, I hear Andre say, what are you doing? And I still shoot and it goes in. I'm like, yeah, F you, Andre. I made it. Like, that was his favorite moment.
That was his moment. He wanted to share it with the team, for the team bonding.
So that's typical Klay, though, and love him like a brother. I was supposed to go see him, but he didn't send me his address, so I'm waiting on him to send me his address, and I'm sitting in the car. He never responded.
We've played the Warriors twice, and I've had to guard Klay both times. And, I mean, he's constantly moving. But, I mean, being a rookie in this league, you don't get too many calls. And I feel like every time Klay puts both his hands on my chest and just shoves me and then runs off the screen, and they never call it.
Klay Thompson does not complain to refs. Like, he's not gonna do ref, look at him, man, you take Klay Thompson, you hold to him, that man goes chop your wrist down so fast. And I was like, bro, I love this young light-skinned brother, man. This dude don't care, man. He willing to fight me. Like, that's how I felt about Klay. I'm like, Klay is willing to fight me, bro, just to get off this screen. He doesn't care. He looked dead at the ref and pushed me off, like, hands to my neck, push. I'm gonna fall back like this. They done called an offensive foul, and Klay just ran down the court like he didn't give a fuck. Like, and I was like, dawg, I love these dudes. I just hate them for now. Like, I hate them.
The 37 points in a quarter, when you're watching that happen, and you're trying to get them the ball, like, you get 20 in a quarter. I'm like, all right, guys are locking in.
Exactly.
37 in one quarter, that's you watching a quarter for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And you just saw this dude score 37 points. That was different.
Unreal.
I mean, both of them was unreal.
Yeah.
But I got to roll with the 37 in the quarter.
I agree with you.
Do you think Klay is a bit underrated as a defender?
Is he underrated? Nah. I'd like to see him on a few more defensive teams, but has he made one?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that's simple. Yeah, I mean, yeah, so I guess you could consider him underrated then, yeah.
I was really surprised he's never made the all-defensive team.
I was totally shocked as well.
This is a guy that takes the challenge on guarding the best player night in and night out for 82 games every year. It's absurd that he's never been on an all-defensive team.
And the fact that, they've been one of the top defensive teams in the league for a long time, and they've given a lot of credit to Draymond, well-deserved. When you see Klay out there, as Tracy said, he's night in and night out guarding the tough offensive player. It has to be something said about that.
Just the stamina, the conditioning, he just doesn't stop. The possession's never over, the action's never over, and, just the leadership behind it too, having everybody bought in. The chemistry of the team staying there, and them guys defending at a high level and winning big-time games, since I've been in the NBA, been at the top of the NBA.
He's a guy that doesn't need to dribble the ball. He can dribble the ball. He can make plays. He can shoot with the best of them. So I don't see why he didn't make the list, to be honest.
He scored more per minute than Kobe when Kobe hit 81. And obviously Kobe had a little more latitude to say, you're not taking me out of the game.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. I mean, I had 52 on the Bulls before in 3 quarters.
I never seen anything like it. 29 minutes, like, I didn't even play the fourth quarter. I've watched, Kobe score 80 and 62 in 3 quarters, but to be on the team and be at the game and, be on the sideline and watch it, it was amazing.
11 dribbles is insane, but I know Klay, and he'd rather not dribble, and not because he can't dribble. He just loves shooting the basketball, and he's going to try to shoot every chance that he gets. Dribbling for him is just like more work for me to do what I know I'm going to do anyway.
It's just less efficient.
Absolutely, and Klay wouldn't have it any other way. I can get these shots off.
You don't see that too often. It's have a guy that can run off 60 points like that and score so quickly. We were just trying to encourage him and support him over there, and I know he's seen it, and I think that gave him a little, he was already energized, but another extra jolt of energy as we were over there cheering for him. So that was amazing. 29 minutes, man. 60.
That's crazy. Yeah, it was fun to watch.
I think he is the best wing shooter in the game right now. And if I was going to teach a kid how to shoot, I would tell him watch Klay Thompson, because fundamentally he keeps his elbows straight. He's on balance. He holds his follow through. He does everything you should learn as a kid as a shooter.
It's the prettiest shot I ever seen.
Absolutely. If you watch him, kids, he's on balance every time. He comes off the screen full speed. He's always catching it. His feet are toward the basket, and it's just straight up and down. And he's consistent with it every single time.
Klay Thompson's game.
Was that game 6? That was game 6. Yeah.
That was crazy. That was just nuts, bro. That was insane. Yeah, I mean, the bro, Andre Roberson, bro, the brother was just like legit fouling him, and he was just cashing out. Everything just couldn't miss, bro. It was just amazing.
Like, what's going through your head when he's having a game like that?
How can I get him the ball? How can I get him an open shot?
Yeah.
Whether that's me passing him the ball, whether that's me setting the screen, how can I get him in a place where he's ready to shoot the ball?
Yeah.
Now, I remember him coming to me now, OKC, before that game, like, hey, Drake, just give me the ball. I'm about to go crazy.
Right,
like,
yeah.
All right, like, I can shoot the ball. And he come out, and he's going crazy.
You said that before the game?
Absolutely. And then, you know, it's funny because, like I said, Game 6 Klay is a real thing. We're going into Game 6 against Toronto in the finals, where he obviously tore his ACL. But he comes to me and he's like, Dre, I'm about to have one of those Game 6s, get me the ball. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get you the ball. And he's having one of those Game 6s.
Yeah.
He's a competitor, man. Like, in those moments, he's stepping up. And, you know, he comes to me and say, give me the ball. Say no more. I'm gonna find ways to get you the ball. I'm gonna find ways to get you open.
Of course.
And I think that is a level of trust and belief from me. And that is and it stems from a level of showing and proving for him.
Thompson running the floor and a foul. And Thompson grabs his left knee.
When it happened, in my mind I knew it happened. My heart wouldn't accept it at the time.
Even though we lost the game 6 versus Toronto, but him getting hurt, tearing his ACL, and going to the locker room, walking back out there like, I'm fine, I'll be back. That just sums up Klay as a person.
The moment Klay walks back out onto the court will be one of the great moments in the history of the Warriors franchise.
He's back! Klay Thompson!
I mean, pregame, the shooting time, our pregame warm-up, and I got to feel that energy when he, got out there. The first 4 shots he made, I thought I had to catch myself because it felt like the game. Everybody was going nuts. And it's like, he can shoot. Like, he ain't lost that ability. I know we haven't seen it in a while, so that was a cool moment. Just, again, a different energy, a different atmosphere out there, even in pregame shoot around 90 minutes before the game. So that was pretty cool. And then obviously everybody rocking the KT11 jerseys from all different times throughout his career. It's pretty cool. Acknowledgement of all he's been through.